Hey everybody, it's Miralda here again, and we have a figure unboxing for you. This is part of my November/birthday loot haul. I got the most figures I've ever gotten in one shipment in this haul with 4 scaled figures. I know for some of you that's not a lot. For some of you it is. For me it is. So I was debating on which one I should open first, and I decided to go with Aizu Wakamatsu. And the reason I decided on this one first is I kind of want to see what she looks like. And it's a brand new company, and this is their first figure, so I really want to check out like if their quality is good or stuff like that. And I kind of want to get pictures up on MFC because only 2 other people have her ordered. And I think it's because of the whole new company thing. People don't know what they're going to be like. So I want to give her some promotion. So anyways, this is Aizu Wakamatsu-jou, or Aizu Wakamatsu. She is manufactured by New Vision Toys. She is from the game Shirohime Quest. If you're familiar with Kantai Collection, from what I've read, this game is similar to that, except instead of ships, you have castles. She is a 1/8 scale figure and was released October 28th of 2015. And I bought her from AmiAmi, and I got her for 11,440 yen. So there is another figure of Aizu that Good Smile is making, but that's not going to get released until, at the earliest, I think March. And it just didn't quite catch my eye like this one did. When I first saw this figure on MSC, the one picture of her months ago, I'm like, wow, I really like that. I wonder who that is. I mean, I'm never going to play Shirohime Quest because I don't speak Japanese. I'm not into those browser type games. But this figure, I really liked it. And I decided I would go ahead and roll the dice and get her. Supposedly, when I was doing some research, New Vision Toys made her eyes like a separate piece instead of like painting decals and, screen printing eyes on. So they're supposed to look more like watery or nice or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Just from looking at her in the box, she does look very good. But we'll have to get her open and see. So first off, we're going to look at the box. I don't really care for this box. Seems kind of boring, low quality or whatever. I mean, it's just like a red with a little gradient and a floral pattern. You got her name and a window to see her. It is good to be able to see the figure like that. You got the Kadokawa sticker of authenticity. If we spin her around to the side, you've got a window to see in and more of the floral pattern. Go to the back and you've got one picture of her with some Japanese text, which I don't know what it says. And then you got the other side with the window. So, like I said, kind of a boring box. The top, it's just plain red with the logo Shirohime Quest and New Vision Toys. And then the bottom. I mean, bottoms are never interesting. The little holographic thing says Prospect Japan. So another seal of authenticity. So let's get Aizu open and see what she actually looks like. So there appears to just be one seal at the top on the back. Go ahead and open that up. And okay, it feels like there's a couple blisters. Pull her out. So the inside of the box is more of the plain floral pattern, pink color. Not exciting. Just looking. I don't see any instructions that came with her. So I did see when I was researching her, I went to New Vision Toys website, and they do have one picture of kind of showing how to get her spear in her hand, but it's a picture and it was written in Japanese, so I couldn't really read it and can't translate pictures. So there's Aizu in the front of her box, blister packaging. There's the side. There is the back. And there is the other side. But, I mean, like I said, from just looking at her right now, she looks pretty damn good. I do, like on her flag, it seems to be kind of a little bit sloppy on the paint. But we'll see. So I like to always open the accessories first. So there is a separate blister in the back for her base. So we'll get that open. And I hate when they tape them like this. Makes it a lot harder to actually cut the tape. Okay. So it was really into that blister packaging. So there is her base. From what I read, and if I looked at a map I would probably know, this is in the shape of the Fukushima prefecture, which is where the Aizu Wakamatsu castle is. And you know, in modern times, that they just had a nuclear meltdown. So it's sculpted to look kind of like grass, and it's got different colors of green. So it looks pretty neat. I mean, the size looks kind of a little bit sloppy. Kadokawa Corporation, 2014 copyright, made in China, New Vision Toys. So that's the base. And then let's go ahead and get Aizu's blister open. So there's a piece of plastic on top. We'll look at her spear. So there is her spear. You can see it's pretty long. So, without instructions, you wouldn't know this unless you looked at the picture, but the bottom of the spear comes off, and I believe this little ball comes off too. So that slides into her hands and then everything gets put back on. And the hole inside is kind of probably not going to show up on camera, but it's keyed so it only goes in one way. And it's got a symbol I'm guessing has something to do with the Aizu Wakamatsu castle. Then there is this, which I believe says the Shirohime Quest, the name of the game. And it's just a little placard that gets put on the base. And then we've got her flag, which I'm assuming says Aizu Wakamatsu. The back is plain. If it focuses or not, I don't know, but you might... Actually, it doesn't look as bad as I thought, the paint job on it. The pole actually does, it is textured to look like wood, which is nice and unique. I wasn't expecting that. So, I think that's all the accessories. So next we have Aizu herself. And she will stand on her own. Definitely don't recommend leaving her like that, but it is a possibility. So I'm just going to do a quick look at her. Sorry, you can't really see me looking at her. She's got white panties. The paint actually looks real good. Yeah, I mean, to me, she looks real. There, I mean, there's okay that wiped off. Her eyes, yeah, they do look watery, but the only place really that I can see the paint doesn't look the greatest, if we can maybe get her twisted, is the little straps that hold her, I guess, castle parts on her arm. They like sculpted the straps like part of her outfit, so it's raised up a little bit, and then they just like painted the top of it. It does look kind of sloppy, but it still looks good. Like this one is great. It actually looks like maybe it was a separate piece. But other than that, I really don't see any paint flaws. So I think New Vision Toys did a very good job. I think it's safe for people to go ahead and buy their figure. So she's got some shingles as a hair ornament. And she's got the skirt. I don't know what this is. When I put it through Google Translate, it said something like a drum gate or something. I don't know. And there is shading, nice shading all over the place. Her hair is shaded. I mean, it's fairly plain there. They didn't sculpt a whole lot of hair on her fringe, but you don't really need that. She's got the painted fingernail and the one finger going up, which is where she holds her spear, so we'll show that off. One thing I did kind of question when I was buying it is with this pose, her arm was like in front of her face, so I couldn't really see her face. But since I'm like a little bit higher, my head's actually higher than the camera, I have no problem seeing her face at all with her arm in front of it. So that worked good. Her sandals and shin guards are like castle stones, so it's a nice detail. And she's got the little ties in there holding them. I do see a little bit of paint flaw above that one, but nothing major. I do see, like, right there on her sock, they've painted like a black stripe or something. Don't know what that's supposed to represent, but it does look like it's supposed to be there, so it's not a flaw or anything. There's her panty shot. But, yeah, I think she looks good. And I would say if you're interested, give it a shot. I like it. So let's get her on the base and all of the accessories together. So she's got just 2 pegs for her feet. And then the flag goes over here in this hole. And her logo goes right there. And then this slides in her hand and down into this hand. It's kind of tight. Her finger is bending out a little bit, so maybe if we turn that a little bit. And then if I feel, okay, the flat edge is back there. So this will I probably should have put the spear on before I put her on the base. Okay, that goes on, and then didn't really show the bottom of it, but it's got a little tassel. Looks good. And then goes on like that. And there's Aizu Wakamatsu all assembled. With her holding the spear up, it is pretty tall. Should fit in a D-tall. Doesn't look like it'll be a problem. The spear is kind of sharp, so be careful with it. Let's do a spin around. So there's Aizu from the front. And there she is from the side. You can see like her tendril hair. It's a separate piece. I mean, it looks decent enough. Looks pretty good. But you're not going to get away from that. There's the back view. And the other side. As you can tell, this is kind of just wobbly, but she is stable. And back to the front. Like I said, from the camera, from slightly below, her face is hidden. But if I just pick this up to where like I'm looking at her from, you can see her face just fine. So this is one of the rare cases where I would say don't put her on the top shelf. Maybe put her on one below eye level, and you'll be able to see her just fine. Let's see if we can get her close. Take the camera out. Sorry, I accidentally stopped the video, but I just want to see if maybe we can pick up the eyes a little bit better. Come on, focus. Yeah, they look pretty good. They look watery. Looks a lot better than the preview pictures they had of her. And maybe we can see a little better now. Like, those straps are really the only complaint I have on this figure. And they're kind of hidden, so it's not that bad. I kind of like, I mean, she is small-breasted, but I like the kind of Roman feel with the one brassiere cup kind of showing. But yeah, she looks real good in my opinion. I think she is worth the price I paid, and I hope that this video will help you decide if you want to pick her up or not, if you want to give New Vision Toys a try. Anyways, I am out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!